Hello there, David Taylor or Mr Pelargonium back with another video for the Pelargonium and Geranium Society. And I can hear you all saying it's about time too. I probably haven't done one on this channel for certainly a month, if not maybe even a little bit more. So I apologise for that. I have been very busy doing work for the Pelargonium Society magazines and also preparing for our move. Which at long last has come through. We are moving. I'm filming this on Saturday the 31st of August, the last day of August, and we are moving on the 10th of September. Yes, we finally got a date. But, you know, we've known that it's going to be happening, and I've been doing a lot of work cutting back plants. I mean, I'll just put in an insert here. You can see a lot of my plants have been cut back. Certainly anything outside has been cut back. Now, there are one or two that are sort of still pretty heavyweight. I've actually got a lovely peppermint star down there, which I'll just throw in a picture of now. That's doing very well. That's come through flower and it's flowered really heavily actually. It's done very well in this late summer period. So I've let that go. I'll probably take the bloom off for the move. But anything to do with the move will be put on my own channel. So you can go over there, have a look at that. And to see everything to do with the move, and that really is probably going to be the next couple of months. There's going to be a bit of a gap actually because of the timing of the move. We've actually got a 2-week holiday in between it, so I'll hopefully get all the groundworks done with my son. Then we've got to wait. We'll have a 2-week break for holiday. Almost certainly we'll need it by then. Then I'll be getting the glasshouse up in the second half of October. Little insert now. That's the new one. That's enough of that. I'm not going to show you too much more about that for now. It's quite big. It's certainly bigger than this one. So the plants, yeah, I've potentially got to get the plants through a lot of the autumn without a glass house. That's going to be fun. But we moved before in the midwinter, so it's not going to be quite as bad as that. Hopefully, we've had very mild autumns for the past few years. Hopefully, this year is not going to be too much different. Hopefully, it's not going to be too wet. That's always the problem. Regals, uniques, all that sort of plants, they'll be able to stay outside. I don't think they'll be affected by anything too cold in the October period. Zonals, I may need to protect a bit. So yeah, there's maybe a bit of a different story going on with them. Now, something else I have done, I've got a sort of bit of a run now of me stripping back one of my zonals. The really big standard that I had of Rushmore spotted shrimp, which won the class at the standard at the national show. I've had to strip that back, and I did say on my own channel that I've had a really big problem with rust on plants outside. It only affects zonals and zonal hybrids. I think it's generally because we've had a relatively humid summer in the UK this year. It's not been hot. It's not been massively hot. We've had hot periods, but it's been really quite humid. It's been, we've had periods of coolness, periods of warm weather, but there's not been a massive amount of sun, and I think that's very much lent itself to getting rust on plants outside. No problems inside. I haven't had any rust inside, touch wood. But I think a lot of it is down to the sort of the base humidity that we've had in the UK this summer. So I had to strip down that big Rushmore spotted shrimp that I had here. And I've had to really give it a good spray. I've done it with all the zonals and all the zonal standards outside.
Right, okay, so let's have a look at this rust scenario. I'm breaking off a leaf from this Rushmore spotted shrimp, and you can clearly see the actual powdery rust composite that sort of sits underneath the leaf. It's always on the reverse. On the top of the leaf, you just get a discoloration and you can clearly sort of see the top marks of where the actual rust is on the reverse of the leaf. But the actual powdery fungus is on the actual reverse of the leaf. So here I go then stripping back all these leaves. I wouldn't say every single one of these leaves that I'm stripping back here are infected. It's just the majority of them. It's doing the plant good to strip it back anyway, because I would need to do this in the autumn realistically, in order to give good ventilation around the stems, which is going to be vital, particularly this autumn, because they're going to be sort of needing a bit of protection. They're not going to be in a glass house until probably early November realistically, so I'm going to have to try and keep as much of the damp and the wet from the autumn weather off of the plant as much as possible. Got a garage at our new location, much like we had when we moved, getting on for 6 years ago now. So it's just a question of sort of trying to master the conditions and make things work as well as we can until I get the greenhouse going. So I'm continuing to strip. It's going to do the plant good anyway. This was cut back in the summer. I think I did show that on either my own channel or this channel. I did show it being stripped back, cut back rather. But this is looking pretty sort of open now. It has grown back a bit and is bloomed again, but I'm stripping the blooms off as well. I'm really just stripping this back to prepare it for being sprayed. Now the spray that I'm going to use is a systemic fungicide. There are a fair number of them on the market, so I'm not going to say what particular one that I particularly used. And there we go. It's important to get the spray on all the leaves, because they'll then take in that fungicide to become systemic throughout the plant. So there we go. We're just about done now.
Something else that I'm going to do today is cut this giant plant back. It's a regal. It's an Italian sport of joy. One found that does the rounds in Italy. Joy Italia. It's a slightly different bloom to the actual joy. The blooms are a little bit, the individual petals are a little bit more elongated, but it's actually a slightly bigger bloom. It's a really nice plant, very, very strong growing, almost stronger growing than the original joy, which of course was a Schmidt plant from America, but I particularly like it. It's got a little bit more white on it. We're going to give this a clean up. I'm going to do it now. It's one of the last plants I've got to cut back before we move, so I'm going to do that today. I have continued to pot on. We've had our cuttings, you may remember. I'm going to insert now me potting on one of the Lady Plymouths. That did, they rooted. Took a while actually. They were relatively small. Took about 5 or 6 weeks to root. I've just literally potted these in the last couple of days. So there we are, just showing you me potting them on. Not rocket science at all. So they have been done. They, as I say, took a little while to root. But that's the way it goes with the centids and regals and that type of plant. They do take quite a while to root, unlike the zonals, of course, which root quite readily in sort of 2 to 4 weeks. Yeah, so there we are. They're potted up now. And coming back through, there it is. That's the one. I mean, I've done several. I've potted up a load of plants. They're all done here. These will all be basically crated up. They'll all be crated up. Certainly, once we sort of get into October, they will probably have to be kept in the garage. We have got a garage at our new house, or even maybe on windowsills and things like that before I get the glass house up, because zonals, they don't like it quite so cold. It really depends on the weather. If we get a lot of wet and a lot of damp, a lot of the plants will have to be sort of kept in the garage, kept sort of inside. Don't want them to get too wet, because once they begin to slow down in terms of growth, they will not want to have a really wet root ball. So that's something that I just won't know until the time comes that when I see what the weather's going to be. everything in the greenhouse here is more or less ready to go. I've had a few top heavy standards. I had these Gosbrook Susannas, which we did pot on. We may remember I did pot these on a little while ago, but they were in plastic pots and they kept falling over. So I've actually had to get them up into some clay pots just to be able to, just so that they can basically stay outside and be pretty sturdy. So there we go. Let's just get this plant cut back. Now, this has got an absolute mass of lovely cutting material on, but I am just simply not going to be able to do anything about taking cuttings of Regals now, because they'll take too long. I'm going to potentially take some cuttings in my new greenhouse once I get the electricity supply done to it and all that kind of thing with a propagator. But these would now take too long to root. It's just the wrong time, and I can't give them the attention they need to be able to root successfully now. Because I'm going on a holiday as well, it's simply just not feasible to be able to be done. So, you know, that's that. So it's just a question of cutting this plant back. I'm a little bit sad because it's got so much cutting material on it. It's just a question really of cutting it back so that it's relatively easily transportable, but leaving a bit of flesh on it so that it, you know, if it gets a bit of moisture on it from rain being outside, you know, doesn't basically become a cropper. Whitefly has been a big problem this year on Regals, both indoors, a little bit on the outside. Of course, they generally prefer the still environment of, say, a greenhouse. So yeah, it's been bad inside. I've had to continually spray, which has helped. But yeah, it's been a bad year for whitefly again. Again, I think it's primarily because it's just not been hot. Yeah, we've not had the hot weather, which is what I'm pretty sure really knocks them for six normally during the summer. We've not had the heat again this summer. We've had a relatively sort of coolish summer. So all I'm doing here, I'm taking off any leaves that are sort of dirty, cutting out anything that may have some bit of whitefly. Say outside, which is this has been, you don't get too much in the way of whitefly. Now, the one thing I would say is that if I had control over this plant, I had a greenhouse, I would be cutting this back much harder. As I explained, the reason I'm not is because I know this is going to be outside and subject to, you know, quite a bit of weather on it, potentially rain. So, you know, I don't want to lose it. And if we get a bit of rain, you know, and it's got a bit of flesh on it, it shouldn't come to too much harm in the sort of milder conditions of the autumn. But as I say, it's going to be a suck it and see with regard to the weather. Now, last year, we did have a very dry September, but we had a very wet autumn. A very wet October. So I am going to have to be a little bit sort of cautious as to how we go on this. But I would almost certainly have cut this back much, much harder if it was just staying in the greenhouse. There we are then. I mean, it's fairly dry. Again, we've had a lot of dry weather. The weather, much like the last few summers really, the wet tends to come in huge, great blocks. And then we'll have 2 or 3 weeks of very dry weather. And August has been relatively dry, I would say. Certainly in the south here, I think it's been quite a different story up north. But right, so yeah, that just about wraps this one up. I'll just give this a little bit of a spray now before I put it outside. It's only a very mild spray, nothing that's going to hurt anything. Yes, if you want to see a lot of perhaps hilarity in me getting my plants over to the new location, doing the base, doing the glass house and all that kind of thing, head over to my own YouTube channel. as I say, I think it's far more appropriate to be putting it on there than on this channel. I know I had it on this channel for our last move, which is a little bit smaller scale, but I think it's far more appropriate to be putting it on my own channel, so it can be a little bit less formal as well. So it's goodbye from me at this location, and I'll see you all again maybe when the new glass house is up. And I'm just beginning to function and think about things that I can doing for what will then be the late autumn or even early winter. I should mention, of course, that there are a number of videos about autumn care, cutting plants back and all that kind of thing in the playlist. So have a look at those if you want guidance for what to do in the upcoming autumn. So yeah, just have a look at those. There's plenty of information in there, and ask away. I'll be looking obviously at the comments on the channel, so if you've got any questions from those videos, just ask away, and I'm sure I should be able to find time to give you an answer on that. But in the meantime, that's it from our home here, and I'll see you again probably late October, early November, around that time. So that's it. Bye bye for me, over and out from here.